Darksiders 2. Deathinitive. Terrible naming scheme, really. But I've never actually played any of the DLCs for this. I think some of them have, like, story. So, it's fun for me. Let me adjust the volume real quick. Not sure if Deathinitive is, like, just a renamed hardest, or if it's new. I guess we're gonna play on hard.
There can be no life without order. Good, evil, darkness, light. There must be balance in the universe. Such is the decree of the Charred Council, an ancient body charged by the Creator to preserve the very fabric of existence. But the balance has been broken. Even now, Earth smolders in ruin, fallen to the demon lords, and the Destroyer carves a new kingdom amongst his mighty chosen. Some say the Horseman War triggered the apocalypse, that he rode to Earth unbidden and doomed all of mankind. But what of the other horsemen, fearless enforcers of the Council's will? What of fury, strife, and death? To know those names, you must first know another. Nephilim, cursed union of angel and demon. The Nephilim had countless realms to sword and burned them to ash. But 4 amongst them grew weary of the slaughter and feared their conquest would imperil the balance. And so a truce was made. The 4 would serve the Council in exchange for unimaginable power. Thus were the dreaded horsemen formed, and the riders' first task was to purge their own brethren from creation, to annihilate the Nephilim and destroy their souls. Let us now cast our gaze to one amongst the 4, not War, who lies chained at the Council's feet, professing his innocence, but one who would save his brother above all else. He has many names: Kinslayer, Executioner, Death.
Well, the Lordom wasn't it? The Council was made by God. He's the one who gave them their power, and people doesn't listen to him because God.
To bargain for war's freedom, Death swore that he would resurrect humanity. But he knew not how this might be done. And so Death rode forth into the icy veil to find the keeper of secrets.
It's beautiful. Anyways, you just explained that Nephilim are angel demon half-breeds, that's what the horsemen are. And they were like crazy OP, and they destroyed worlds. These guys were like, hey, that's not balance, or Imba. And they freaking annihilated their entire race, because the council gave them superpower. And they were supposed to destroy the souls of all of them so they'd never come back. We'll find out in a minute whatever actually happened. Death is now on a quest to prove, not to prove Ward's innocence, but to get him to set free by resurrecting the human race and undoing the big fuck up. However, War is just set foot on Earth. Or maybe I said the games happen alongside each other, so like or trying to prove his innocence during this anyways. So I don't think this game actually has a block. You just dodge, which is a good thing, because again, I have problems with blocking. So just improving the dodge makes things great. I think there is like a shield sub-weapon you can get. It's pretty decent, actually. But if you don't like blocking, you won't use it. Like, you know how War had the big forearm to block stuff? It's like that. You use them to punch, but you can also block with them. I don't know why I'm exploring. I don't think you can come back here. This Castlevania-ass place. Yeah, screw it. Let's explore anyways. See if we can find a treasure chest. Oh, you probably noticed right away that loot is dropping. Mentioned this was more of an RPG. It's not the worst. I mean, it functions. I like all the new weapon types, but it's kind of like tacked on. This could have easily just not had this. Plus, by different weapon types, maybe, but all the stats and leveling up, not entirely necessary. Hammers are slower than axes, that's why it does more damage. But since the scythe is so fast, I'd prefer a heavy second weapon. You can get like fast scythes and faster sub-weapons, or fast scythes and slow sub-weapon. It's whichever you think is necessary. If you hit a guy enough with the faster weapons, you can get him to like stun lock. There's a skill tree. Use unlock at levels, you don't necessarily have to invest in the skills, so that's a good thing. You can mix and match to your liking. However, you have to get the base skill before you get upgrades to it. Teleport slash flame on your teleport slash, you see. Dark Fortress. Metal. These are our combat moves. You buy these from their own vendor. The Volgrim's still here, but he sells like special items. We're going to different worlds, so we have plenty of other vendors. I guess he doesn't have a double jump. Feels so weird. However, you can do a little Prince of Persia wall run. I guess Death isn't very strong, so he uses his soul to open everything. Whoops. The fact that they're angel demon half-breeds explain why all of them look different. There are like plenty of different demon types, but all angels look the same. So they get like their humanoid form from the angels and everything else from the demons. We only have like a basic 3-hit combo on our sub-weapon right now. We have to buy more. They're like weapon type specific. As in, you'd buy combos for the hammer, or combos for the axe. Or I had trouble pointing backwards. Now you just pull the trigger and do it. They really improved the movement because Zeph is so agile. These dudes are all level 1, so they're not going to give us any trouble. Besides that, there's a unleveled world. So like, as you approach a dungeon, things will be like maybe level 30 if it wants you to be doing late game. Just have to get the hell out of there then. This game also has like a non-essential dungeons, 20 of them. You go there and get fat loots, like unique items. It's cool. I don't mind it. Dang it. See, they put the little smear on the walls to show you that you should run on them. Problem I have with like loot games is that I always just want to open my inventory and equip the best stuff every time I get something. Well, I imagine that's not going to be very fun to watch, so I'll do it a bit more periodically than that. Unless I see I pick up something awesome, like an orange. Not the fruit here. Oh, you may have also noticed that we have like health potions that drop. They got rid of the potion bottle system for whatever reason, in favor of just a stack of 9 potions that you can use whenever. Probably because they were so expensive that they impeded your progress in the other game. You can't fast climb anymore, but luckily your climbing speed has just been increased. That's like a spider. Nice scan. Yes, I was already in the middle of dodging when it prompted me. During the intro they said that Death would save his brother above all else. It's because him and War are like closest to being actual family, I guess. I think they're bros. I don't know what Strife's deal is. Fury's kind of a bitch. like in a mean way. He doesn't care so much about what happens to the others. Strife would imply that he enjoys people's suffering? I have no idea. I've never seen him. But, you know, death likes war. Makes sense, doesn't it? This elevator literally broke on the way up. This place is falling apart. Wrong button. Check my inventory. Say inventory or inventory. It seems like that axe does the same damage. About the same. The ratio is a bit better on it. I think I'll use it. I also noticed they actually equips his stuff. Love it when that happens. You can make him look pretty cool, but Def never puts on a shirt. You get like a cloak, some shoulder pads, never a shirt. Some belts. Takes inspiration from He-Man, I guess. Love how fast he climbs. Feels so good. Yeah, your points are picking just the right climbing speed. So pretty. I love snow levels. This game doesn't have another one, but I like snow. Especially when you don't have to worry about shoveling it. But you see that guy still took quite a beating after his B prompt came up. I think it's because I staggered or stunned him or whatever. It doesn't happen at like a set health interval anymore. Just have to get them set to be wrecked. Just slides across that. It's fantastic. As much as I love the more Zelda-like approach of the first game, I really like playing Death. It just controls so nice. that. Trying to set up a shitty camera shot and it just gives it to us.
Keeper of secrets, I need your help.
I helped you once before, horseman. Look at me now. How I cursed that day. How I curse you.
Careful, Crowfather. I'm not here to put you out of your misery. Not yet.
I know why you've come. Your brother, the one called War, he's been imprisoned by the Charred Council and awaits their judgment. For dooming the Earth. For mankind's extinction. Why should I care about your brother's fate?
Because you know the truth. Your secrets can save him.
The Council will condemn War. Strip him of power, let him rot in oblivion. To hide the truth. My secrets cannot prove his innocence, horseman.
No, but they can help me to erase the crime.
Bring mankind back from extinction. Madness.
If it's madness, who better to show me the way?
Should a way exist, you will find it here.
The Tree of Life.
Remember the Tree of Eden?
Not yet. That which you gave me, you will take it back.
In exchange for its secrets, you agreed to keep the amulet.
No. The voices, they curse and threaten without end. They cry to return. You must destroy it!
I cannot.
You annihilated their flesh. Why do you guard their souls?
Open the portal.
You will not pass while I live.
So be it.
Here your brethren are trapped in eternal torment. Do you wish to join them? And what of War? Would you kill your brother to save your precious balance?
He is innocent.
Are you so certain?
The Crowfather, Secret Keeper, knows everything. Death didn't want to actually destroy the Nephilim's souls, so he gave them to the Crowfather in exchange for keeping the secret of it. However, they kind of drove the guy mad and he doesn't want to keep him. Crowfather also knows what happened, but he knows that the council is corrupt, so it's not going to help him prove War's innocence. We know that the council doesn't care about that. I like how they changed his Blade Geyser effect to be all covered in what's his soul called again? The Chaos Eater. They're not just random blades, they're all Chaos Eaters. They also brightened the color palette for this version. It was a lot darker, more washed out than the original.
secrets die with you. Old fool.
My secrets, but not yours.
The amulet has bound itself to you. Souls of the Nephilim are now stuck with you forever. Not like they weren't before, but like now it's a physical
The
condition.
uncountable worlds of our universe swirl in an endless abyss. Many worlds ravaged by time or conflict are swallowed by the abyss, returned to the nothingness from which they were formed. But others linger for eternity, on the brink of annihilation, that creation might be balanced with destruction. And in the final moment of battle, death was banished to one such world, in the autumn of its life, yet not far from the edge of darkness. Had death been sent to his doom, that answer would be found in the horseman's future, and in his past.
Be still, horseman. You are wounded.
Don't touch me.
Your arrival here is a bad omen. Yes. It troubles me greatly.
Old one, there's more trouble ahead if you don't start making sense. Where is the Tree of Life?
Life? This world is dying, lad. Choking on chaos and corruption. We can do little to stop it. Soon, the great tree too shall perish, and with it, the last of my people. Is that not what brought you here, Pale Rider?
I seek the tree. Your chaos and corruption don't concern me.
Well, that's what the corruption is.
It seems they do concern me.
They, this is the world that Uthay's from, Black Hammer. Place has been around for millennia, but it's now dying, and this corruption is speeding up that process greatly. These people are called makers.
You fight well, but this corruption can't be beaten with a blade. Seek out the Forge Sister. Ask her about the fire of the mountain. Help her, and she will help you reach the tree. As for me, I must return to my work.
And who are you to command a rider?
I am a maker, older than even the Charred Council. These hands have laid the foundations for many worlds. But that
See,
was
God
long
didn't do it
ago.
all himself.
And
He made
now,
these guys to do
they
the
but
work for
hardly
him.
know the touch of stone.
Are you not curious as to why I seek the tree?
I would not presume to question one of the four, but yes, tell me.
I must restore humanity to redeem war.
Heaven and hell battle upon the shattered earth. All creation trembles, and at the center of it all stands your brother.
He is innocent.
I never said he wasn't. The tree holds power over life and death. If you would resurrect humanity, then you are headed in the right direction. Be warned. A dark presence dwells now within the tree, and the path is barred by corruption.
Those are on the map. Level up too. So we can summon a horde of ghouls, or we can get the teleport slash. Teleport slash is pretty good. As are the ghouls, though. They're actually good for crowd control and they heal you. This is steroids. He's like an AoE slashy. And see, there's like a lot of upgrades for the core abilities. His ultimate's a tornado. This one's like a magic missile. You get a shield. See, they split War's super strength and defense into two different things. Bone armor from Diablo, pretty much. The ghouls and crows, which focus more on the life-stealing aspect of it. I'm probably gonna end up getting both of these, but I want this. Maybe not yet. It's a teleport slash for now. You don't have to open up a big inventory every time now. You can quickly assign these things to hotkeys. We'll do X. You can also just use it from the menu if you don't want to hotkey it. It's a good way of doing things. It's kind of like the radial they came up with for Twilight Princess. You got the thing that's currently equipped, and then you got the things on the plus pad that you can assign for hotkeys. Left is the health potion, right is the mana potion. I don't know what up does, if anything.
Farewell.
Probably calls the crow. He's your little navvy thing. He doesn't directly tell you things, but he'll like fly and point you in the right direction. It's a lot less intrusive. Crow has a name too. There he is. I don't remember what it is. It's like Death's Pet or Familiar or something. Whoa.
The Reaper. It's about time you came. The Makers are dying, and our realm. We few are all that remain.
A warrior's life is never easy, old one.
Aye, not easy, but simple. I always saw my end with blade in hand, a field of enemy dead before me.
And what glorious end awaits you hiding behind these gates?
You cannot fight corruption, nor can you harm it. You can only kill those it has claimed. Every blow I strike against corruption is a blow against my own people. Muse on that, Ryder, before you mark me as a coward.
Now you can fight this guy. I think he has skill point or something, but he's actually pretty tough. You'll want to do it towards the end of your stay here. Free move. Some of these are like general and you can use them no matter what. Others are the specific things. See, they're all quite expensive. You can also get quests in this game. It's part of like the optional dungeons, so usually have you go into one of them. Hello, Big Ginger.
Maker's beard. The rumors are true. A horseman in the Forge lands. The name's Alia, and that's my brother Valis. We are the keepers of this forge, though I reckon that means less now than once it did.
This is a Maker's Forge?
Nay, the Maker's Forge is lost to us, silenced by the hands of corruption. But in its depths we once crafted the dark towers of hell and the cities of heaven.
Now you make trinkets?
And you, one of the four, now seek the aid of the Makers? I guess we've all fallen from high places.
I came here seeking the tree, and your elder speaks of fire. What is it?
Aye, the fire of the mountain, the Stonefather's blood. It once flowed into our forge, as did the tears. Both imbued our craft with incredible power, the heart and the soul of stone. But corruption has taken them, and now our forge is silent.
Why does this concern me?
The way to the tree is lost, barred by corruption. You can no more leave this place than we. Restore our forge, and the tree can be reached.
I don't follow your reasoning.
We are makers, not warriors. But we are not without our weapons. Before the forge was lost, we crafted a mighty creature of soul and stone. A colossus to fight this corruption. But to awaken him requires a maker's key. And we need our forge to craft one. Will you help us?
Man of no words, your brother.
But hardly silent. His voice is the ring of the hammer and the roar of the white flame.
Yes, he works while you talk. What is this cauldron?
A temple built in the shadow of Stonefather's Peak. There, the fire of the mountain was harnessed.
War was
and
all
cast into our
honorable and
forge,
stoic and
right
shit.
east of town,
That's a
right
bit of a
through the
jerk.
charred pass and towards the
But
cindery
he's
peak
like
of the
edgy
Stonefather.
and cool.
There, you will find the cauldron.
I may have need of a blade.
Is your need greater than ours, horseman? I think not. We fight for the survival of our realm and our kin. Prove worthy, and mayhaps we can do business.
So the shop's not open to us quite yet. He gave us our main quest. There are 2 major dungeons here. And then a world boss. And the major dungeons are obviously ones that you have to do. When you go in them, you'll get a tool, which will help you out with the sub-dungeons. This dragon thing is like a mail machine. You get it from like completing side quests sometimes, but I think it's also connected to the DLC. The box is empty at the moment. Probably have to get further in the game, access to the world tree at least, before I can access DLC. Slice like women. This one sells amulets. Might have a quest for us now.
We've been awaiting your arrival, horseman. Your shadow has long hovered over this realm.
Many know the Reaper, Old One, but I don't know you.
We are the builders of this world, but corruption seethes at its heart and destroys in days what we shaped over eons. Adar does his best to soothe our pain, but our souls yearn for only one comfort: death. We are without hope. Horseman, do you ever doubt your future?
No.
So one like yourself would set out to change a fate that displeases him. That is a long and dangerous path, even for Death himself.
How is that your concern, Shaman?
Only that I am skilled at crafting talismans. If you gather the proper materials and return them to me, I'll make a potent talisman to aid you on your journey.
What do you require?
Stalker's bone, mordant dew, and carven stone. It is not a simple charm.
Where can I find them?
Somewhere in the Forge lands. I rarely leave Tristone, but that pup Khan is always out exploring. He can tell you more, no doubt. What was old is new again.
She sells random talismans, but she'll give us like a special one if we do the quest. Special things usually scale with your level. Like if they're entirely unique, that way they never become useless. They usually have your own effects too. Buy potions from her.
My thanks.
Sell all my junk here. It's not cluttering my inventory. Karn is gonna point us towards those things. It's gonna take a while to do them though. He's waiting at the gate.
Horseman, you'll find not that way, but trouble.
Do what you must for your kin, old one. For mine, I ride to the cauldron.
Well, if you fancy your corruption waist deep, that's as good a place as any. You know, there's a reason this gate is here. And if you were a friend, I wouldn't have let you pass. But then, who is friend to death?
Have you wisdom to share, or was it long since knocked loose in battle?
Wisdom ain't like teeth. I've plenty left. Enough to stay clear of the cauldron. The ancients filled it with right nasty traps. But one so clever as yourself will surely elude them.
This guy doesn't much care for us.
The fire is more valuable than I, Horseman. You should make haste to the temple.
Hold on, where's Karn? West display. Shaman's craft. Track Karn down. I guess he's actually out exploring, like she said.
Ride fast, Death.
Yeah, I missed some. I think these are like those Legion artifacts, you just sell them. Or it says boatman coins can be traded with Volgrim for uniques. I think that you might buy like loot boxes from with them. There's no in-game microtransaction or anything like that, but it does have like loot boxes that you spend in-game gold on. There's nothing wrong with that. Diablo 2 had a gambling system in it, didn't it? Oh, as it's blocking our way to the world tree. Oh, as you see, they upgrade to a big open fields with dungeons dotted throughout. Make you feel like more of a horseman. They give you your horse from the beginning too. know in Resident Evil you can like shoot the little glowy emblems to get points? There's a similar thing in this game, so you don't want to explore too much before you have a gun. You can shoot down the things to get stat points after you trade them in. You can also fast travel from the get-go, so if I want to go back to that town, I don't have to walk back. I don't have to find a Vulgrim or whatever. All nice quality of life. Locked. It's locked. Can't open that right now. Locked. Ah, shit. I messed that up. So this place is like half the dungeon. There's loot if you explore it. I'm not entirely sure if I have the means to get everything here yet though. You don't just run a straight line, you go in an arc, so there'll be parts where you'll start falling, you'll have to jump onto another wall or something. Keeps you engaged. That's a charge attack I'm doing. Go. There's a skill really to like releasing it at the right time to cut down some of the weight on it. I don't have it yet, but it's there. Makes it nicer to use. Made the wrong jump. The health bars are a bit intrusive, so if you don't want to, whoops, you don't want to see them, you just don't walk on.
I cannot. Impossible.
Alright, so right here we need our grapple hook type thing. I do not have, so we can't open that yet. You get it pretty early on, you use it for a lot. You might be asking yourself, why would I come back here to get some random ass loot later? Well, there's more to it. I said it's like half a dungeon, which means it has a little mini boss hidden away. You can only access him later too, though. It's a pretty tough fight.
I cannot.
I think killing those mini bosses usually nets you a unique item. Could be wrong about that. Quest related at any rate. Yeah, I mentioned the Void Walkers in this game. We'll find our use for it someday. Right there. It's another thing that you get kind of early on, and it's in Act 2, but still relatively early. So you get to play with the puzzles for a bit more. They're fun. A key! An actual key. A skeleton key. Look at that. I guess their max stat is 5 right now. You can probably upgrade it. So I remember it being 9. Your normal inventory is infinite, but it gets cluttered, so you still want to keep it clean. Get health back when I do the bee execution. Cool looking sides. Buckler, so these things block. Let's give it a shot. Just to show you what it's like. Resistance. More defense or resistance. I'll take this. These are weak, but if you manage to pull off a parry, then you're golden. Holy shit. Nice lighting in here. I don't think this is in the original. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the axe for this guy. And we'll equip a buckler when we have a less crappy one. Now there's a limited damage from block. I think this guy just hits too hard for us to block. Yeah. Like that. He's a strong man. It's level 5. Got him. That'll happen. He was much higher level than us. Just gotta work with it. It's not like he was unkillable, he was just a lot stronger than he was prepared to take a hit from. A mace. Ah. Map helps. I don't think I can make that jump. So those you sell a Volgrim, and I think he gives you like a world key. There's a big special door in every world, and you open those to get like the fattest loots. Fattest vape. That's what all that was for, just some fat loots and a page. There's still that boss that we have to do, but that was all optional. I could have just walked across if I wanted to. Probably should have, considering that guy was level 5. Here's our friend, Volgrim.
Over here. Greetings, horseman, and welcome. I've been expecting you.
Vulgrim. What brings you crawling out of the shadows?
I wouldn't want to lose my most valuable customer. Not to what lurks at the edge of shadows. So here I am, to offer my wares.
Do you know that I don't? I'm not here by choice, demon.
I merely followed the trail of carnage. Your blades are as sharp as ever. Even still, I may be able to help I carry things others would frown upon. Go on, take a look. You won't be disappointed. Fresh merchandise.
So we have like actual gold currency now. I guess the deal was there was none of this special money on Earth. So, you know, you had to use souls instead, something that they wanted just as much.
A bargain.
She sells loot boxes. Stuff others would frown upon. Is it self-aware? I don't know.
Another time, demon.
Until then, perhaps you'll grant me a small indulgence.
There's a limited number
There
of
are
coins,
pages
so
missing
you're gonna
from
want to
the
spend
Book
them
of
on the
the
most
Dead.
expensive
I
ones.
believe many lie along your path. If you bring them to me, your reward will be substantial.
And so will be my damnation.
So that first big field was more of an empty field because it's a boss arena. This one is more of an exploring field with stuff in it. You know what, there might be 3 mandatory dungeons here. I don't really remember what the third one's for, but I think there's a third one. There's one of those crystals I was talking about. Shoot these to get the stat points.
I cannot.
Take note.
I have to go alone.
I think they were lagging slightly. I didn't think streaming would eat me this hard. I'll turn down the shadows. I have to restart the game to affect it, so it's only going to be an issue while we're in the fields. It doesn't give us a lot of options beyond the shadows.
This is no place for a horse.
But I guess they're just crazy expensive.
I have to go alone.
I have a pretty nice computer, so I thought I could handle it, but I guess streaming does a number on us. Turn down that. Turn down that. So if you like the buckler fighting style, but you don't like walking still, they have another option, which are like wrist blades. You pretty much still punch with them, but when you hold down the thing, you do a big attack instead of blocking. As you might have guessed, I prefer those. The parries are still good though, if that's what you're into. It's not me. There's too much risk in it. The reward's good, but like, you have to wait to maybe not get hit. See, there's a ring on that. We need the grapple boy to grab it while we're wall running. Combos are nice. We got a new move just ready for whatever you're gonna do. And slash, jump, do a little kick. You're in the air, you're right down slam. You also get a mana back on hit from the get-go, so I'm not too afraid of using my skills. Hello. I don't want to explore too much. Again, because there's the things that we have to shoot. I don't want to take note of too many of them. So I don't entirely remember when we get the gun. It's probably the second dungeon. We meet the guy who takes them. Maybe we get two things in one. Who knows? Leave. You'll notice that the damage numbers are like gray, even though it's technically different from the damage this thing does. And that's because it judges the DPS of the item. So like, if something's fast and it does less damage but has a higher DPS, it's gonna mark it as gray or green, because it is just overall better for you to use it. Frame rate seems pretty stable right now. Maybe I didn't have to restart this, save those settings. It says I'm at a 56, 57. That's plenty. Consoles play at 30, right? I'm sure it looks kind of tricky that it's not stable at all, but above 30, your eyeballs shouldn't notice too much of a change. The frame rate debacle has always been about input speed, not the actual visual fidelity of it.
This isn't working.
Guy's invisible. Oh, that's his dealers. There was something floating in the air around here, right? That's why I went up here. There's a crystal. Surely I'm missing something. I don't remember an item that makes you see guys. Maybe it's just quest related. I'm gonna take a quick ride back through here. See if I'm making it up. I guess I am. Oh well. Damn. Destroyed him. Some of the weapons say they have piercing damage. I think that's just damage that ignores armor, so it's like actual damage. I'm not sure if there's anything else to it. Unless there's blunt damage too. Let me look. Reaper energy. Oh, that's for the Reaper form, like the Balrog. Yeah. Just constant damage. I was gonna say something silly like you know, piercing damage doesn't affect skeletons. Like, it would be smart, but nah. It just goes through armor. Better mace. Look at that. Just a freaking stone column on a stick. Our attack is still much stronger on the horse. A bit more of a justification for it here, because you like pull out your big scythe. He also has like a little hop he can do, where his rune just got stuck on walls. They did a lot of good when they made a sequel. And they experimented a bit, and that's the way it should be, really. Improve what was alright before, and then try and see what you can do better. Crystal. Oops. Oof. Sorry about that. Seems like his animation isn't super specific. Like, it's just designed to work at certain distances, so any ledge is going to be a set distance apart from another ledge. It doesn't do anything weird. We have to get the gun in the first dungeon. So I'm just dangling these things in front of me right now. Taking mental notes usually isn't too bad in smaller games, but this is like a really big game. It's a lot longer than the first one. And the world is bigger, obviously. I like how his loot finds like the nearest ground instead of just falling off the edge with him. Crystal over there, you see it? So, if someone were to complain about diverse game, I guess they would say the lack of identity. It's really just Zelda with God of War combat. And I think that they kind of achieved finding their identity here, ironically, by taking another game's formula. Now, you have God of War, Zelda, and Diablo. Crystal. It's quite good. I enjoy it. It's unique. I don't think there's any other game that does this kind of thing. Hey, Boltman coin. You know what, we're not gonna go over here. It's not a whole dungeon, it's just like a small platforming thing, but I know we can't do it without the grapple boy. At least. There might be other things necessary. I am technically grinding a bit, but we're exploring at the same time, so it's okay. You're not mad, are you? This is hard mode. Not hardest mode, but hard mode. Gotta grind a little. I think this kind of dungeon setup's kind of like the way Breath of the Wild one, where you just see something cool and you're like, hey, I want to go explore that, and you do it. It's not necessarily marked on your map or anything either, but I don't know. I guess nobody wants to give Darksiders 2 any credit. I don't know how well this game originally sold, but shortly afterwards is when THQ started to liquidate. So it must have not sold as well as they needed it to. These remasters were made by Nordic after the rights were reacquired to see if people would be interested in the sequel at all. I guess by then word of how alright these games are spread a bit, and the remastered sold better. I don't mean alright, I like them a lot, but I guess the rest of the world necessarily didn't. At the time they came out anyways. If there was a Zelda game designed like this, I think people might appreciate it a bit more than with Breath of the Wild. Because Breath of the Wild is probably my least favorite Zelda game. It's a really good game, but it's not Zelda anymore in my opinion. I think if it just had a bit more direction like this one, it could go a long way. It would also feel a bit less lazy. I thought that the shrines were lazy, honestly. They all use like the same assets. You're like, hey, here's a puzzle you can do here. It has nothing to do with the area that you're in. Some of them do. In that case, you just get like your reward when you enter the shrine, because you didn't think related to the area. Otherwise, you're just like random puzzles that could have been implemented into the world, but they weren't.
The tales be true. A rider has come to the realm.
Not another one.
You're the Nephilim.
I think this is the guy we're supposed to look for.
How did you get here?
Took a wrong turn. It appears I'm stranded here with the rest of you.
If you seek the cauldron, you should know that it fell to corruption fair long ago. I can still feel the fire itself rumbling deep in the earth.
I'll take my chances.
Yeah.
Your shaman has offered me a talisman if I bring her the materials.
You'd be wise to accept then. Her craft is mighty powerful.
Where do I find Stalker's bone?
You'll find stalkers prowling the cauldron. Should be simple work if your name is any indication. Say, if you're headed in there, you mind doing something for me?
Yes, I mind. Aren't I doing enough already?
Perhaps, though it seems to me you're doing right enough for yourself. Our benefit being a fortunate side effect. Well, if it ain't much trouble, I left an old metal platter in there, with the image of 2 hammers scribed in the center. Not much to look at, but it was my journeyman piece. Last thing I ever forged.
A dish? You want me to bring you a dish?
Yes, well, it has sentimental value. If you find it, I'll make it worth your while.
His journeyman piece. He's a failure of a maker. He went off to be an adventurer, and everyone thinks that he's a goofball. They look down on him. I like him though. He'd probably tell us a bit about that if I asked him, but I didn't. Claws. These are the punch blades, I think. And as you see, the damage is green, because it does more DPS. As in, it's overall better if using the weapon just for damage. Yeah, it's a big beast. Purple boots. Arcane terms are magic damage. So it's like a bonus on top of her skill, even though it's mostly a physical attack. It'll affect the fire burning effect too. Yes, I'm in a mode already. Did it instinctually. Ah, gotta blow that up. Rather than red stuff, it's yellow stuff. Because of the corruption. I guess the bombs don't have a timer till you throw them now, either.
Impossible. I cannot.
It's got that Diablo potion sound. Not that bubbles, but it's got the drop sound at least. The attempt at making the bubbly sound is just terrible. It can't be made with now. Sure, but you just have to like blow into some cold water with a straw maybe. Then up pitch. I don't think I can make that jump. I have to get there from above. Also, you see they took away the delay on his dodge. There's one on the third dodge if you need it to keep you from going too crazy in combat, but can now be used as a means of fast traveling. As long as you don't do the third one. Just dodge, dodge, run, dodge, dodge, run. Otherwise, you'll do that mandatory stop. I don't think they hide any crystals in dungeons, usually. Keeps you focused. They do have other collectibles though, like there are these gnomes, like a guy called Gnome Mad. It's like crazy man. There's Soul Arbiter Maze Scrolls. There's a dungeon that's like the Lost Woods. You have to enter the doors in a certain order or you get reset. The scrolls tell you which directions to go, but some are like kind of incomplete, so there's still some guesswork in it. I usually follow a guide for it, because it's a bit of an annoying dungeon, and you might miss scrolls. It's meant to be like the last one that you do too, so the enemies are pretty tough in there. It's a neat idea and concept though, because there's fat loots. That's the whole justification, because there are fat loots. That's how we get over there. I could have taken the time to climb on top of one of those beams, but that was a lot cooler, wasn't it? Nah, I can't drop. Nah, I can. And this is just low enough for it to make a jump. And that's way back. The main reason to use your scythe still when you have the super fast weapons would be to use like effects. Maybe you have lightning on your scythe and stun a guy, but then you have fire on your claws. So you can have a stun guy that's burning. I think lightning might chain the guys too. Or maybe that's a unique effect. Pretty fire. Or lava, magma, whatever the fire coming out of the lava would be called. There's a special term for it. And what's the difference between lava and magma? Magma's underground, lava is not. I don't think it matters. Same crap. Like really, is it stool while it's in my body and shit once it comes out? Is that how it works? Because it's less gross to think I'm carrying around shit. Nah. You can shove it, analytical nerds. I'm looking for crystals in the first dungeon just to make sure that they don't include them. Or maybe they just don't in the first dungeon because you don't have a gun. You don't even need to do the whole dungeon. Anyways, you got a key? Enemies respawn, so you're not just walking through empty rooms all the time. Maybe not like the whole crazy hard fight they have planned as a set piece, but you get to fight something at least. Some people might like that, others might not. I like it, because that's the fun part of the game, isn't it? Not that puzzles are boring, but you know what I'm trying to say. Night are better. Lit, that's what the gold's called. The stalker bone from killing the guy. The other two are more like dungeon rewards, I think. Like the more than do, you're not gonna pull that off an enemy. There are these cool golems that ride around on these. The ride on the golems. Those are fun puzzles. Because we're not on Earth, we're allowed to have more interesting things to do, I guess. It's totally not that the programmers had time to work on more systems. Might be more close to the edge. There you go. So, what did that do? Oh, okay. I wasn't focused on the smear and the shadows hid this. Yeah, little plank is broken. Dungeon item. Nah, just fancy chest. I don't think dungeon items exist in this. They're already marked on our map. Just fat loots and collectibles. So that's the center room right there. Let me just open a shortcut too. In case we need to leave and come back or whatever. Those big yellow numbers are crits. This thing has increased crit damage. Ah, I have to roll this ball onto there to get that ball out. Shadow bomb dislodge. So it's stuck in there, I have to throw a bomb out to get it out. Yeah, use this puzzle to teach you that. That's interesting. was a good way to do it. Naturally, you're gonna put the ball in the nearest slot. Well, you find out that it was the wrong one to use. We're gonna save some time. Put this in the far slot, grab a bomb, dislodge, put it in that one.
There's no time to waste. This is no place for a horse.
In no country for old men. What is making that sound? Gotcha. We pushed a little thing and that raised it, and then it went back down over time. It's a smelter, I think. Smelting pot. Shreds. Yeah, I guess the shadow quality down did apply. You can see those are clearly pixels. Or it looks good for the most part, but you know, the shadow, it's just black for the most part. It really looks bad around the edges. There's nothing wrong with that. I think those platters were an addition to the DLC, because I don't remember ever having to hit a plate on a table. More collectibles are always nice, right? Give you something to keep your eye out for while you're mindlessly droning through dungeons. There's loot over there. I already pushed the thing, so I'm not gonna waste your time. I say mindlessly droning through dungeons as if I'm not doing puzzles. You know what I mean? Gives you something else to focus on that's not the dungeon. So you remember there's a world outside of it. Guard. Holy shit. Woof! Woof! I guess that's why I give us a fast travel prompt. Let's make sure we're prepared for a boss. Oh, I don't think this game has any gimmick bosses. Maybe it does. But most of them are just real fights, which I think is a good thing. Puts your skills to the test. The Dark Avenger. A human warrior. I guess some humans could maybe build a legacy for themselves after death, because the land of the dead exists. Requires level 5, has knockback power defense, so it's a buckler, I think. More info. Your guess you're supposed to figure out what its effect is from the description. Seems pretty good though. It's good to have like 1 point in everything at least. Like these get better, but just more effects is probably better than a stronger effect. Yeah, unplug the tub. So now there is fire from the melon flowing back into the Maker's Forge. The other major dungeon is for the tears, obviously. It's water. It's fire and water is in fact how you make stone and obsidian. So, it's thematic and lets you create worlds. Not you, but, you know, the makers. I like how it looped us back to the beginning at the end there.
The mountain has a voice. How did you... No, doesn't matter. You have done what I failed to do. You must take the good news to Alya as soon as you can.
What is mordant dew?
Mordant dew is the venom those stingers get you with, if you let them too close. You'll find them in Drenchfort. Walk softly, though. Those stings are nasty.
I found that dish you wanted.
You're a good man. Much more so than your name would imply. I'm in your debt.
No different than the others. Less pleasant on the eyes, for one.
I could say no less for you. Folks around town call me Pup or Lad, but I prefer my own name. Karn.
Pup it is, then.
As you will. Matters not to me.
Okay, guy. Alright, so it doesn't want us to walk all the way back. We're gonna fast travel. Tri-stone. Greener. These little gates are the fast travel points. Now you can buy gear. I don't really want to. I prefer to use what gets dropped or what comes from the Volgrim chest.
I saw the fire spreading from here, horseman. Tell me, any eyebrows left under that mask?
Most of our money's gonna be spent on this kind of stuff. If I'm being honest, I don't know what one of those moves I bought was. It's fine, we'll figure it out. Good combo just flow naturally into what you're doing. Meteor Strike is at an air dash, because that's kind of bad in the air game. Just puts you right back on the ground.
Horseman, the fire of the mountain flows again.
Yes, freed by my hand. And Khan's.
Karn? That pup? He hasn't a clue. And yet, the forge burns once more. You know what awaits you,
Death
Ryder.
ain't so
To
bad.
finish this,
You give
you
Karn
must
some credit.
restore the tears.
I'm not your errand boy, Maker.
It's bad.
Aye, but our fates are now yoked. Help us, and we will help you. In the meantime, take this. It might be of use.
Is this a gun? Yeah, that's a gun. Found it. Redemption. Belongs to Strife, aka John Marston.
This pistol. It belongs to my brother Strife. How came it here?
I cannot say, but there are other goods you may barter for now as well. Restore the tears, then return to me.
You said there were two things that powered your forge, fire and tears.
Yes, fire to wake the earth, and tears to calm it. Both gifts of the Stone Father.
And fire will not be enough.
Nay, we require both. Browse around. We have new items.
These are pretty good. Those sides.
Valis. On a ship going. Aye, Valis will put it to good use.
So if the item's not gold, I consider it expendable. I can just sell it, find a new one. So, if whenever I go to a place, I'll sell things regardless of whether or not they're better than my current equipment. Rage of the Grave. Critical strike chance. And it doesn't lead to anything. So it can be ignored if you don't want that. Increases wrath generation. So we have the next skill unlocked. You have an AoE thing. Scoring critical hit. Increase damage dealt by all attacks for a short time. For energy. I don't think I really want that. I kinda want the shield. Yeah, I'll get the ghouls. These are useful for crowd control, better than the AoE thing, I think. They also look really cool.
Oh, it's you, horseman.
Oh! I'll make this left bumper A. I feel like X and Y should be reserved for like more attack-based things. So we're gonna go grab some of those crystals, and we'll explore a bit of the next area, I think. Dust, that's the name of the crow. We'll start from the cauldron. Let's work our way back. See, we have ammo for it now. It's not just infinite. And because it wasn't crafted by Uthane. It's not a crystal here. In this room, maybe. Yeah. Boy, how am I missing? I don't think I can get it till I accept the quest. Alright, we're going to get that quest. It's not too far in. It's out in the fields. There's like a golem who likes to eat them. Or sounds like it's in so much pain when you spur it.
We tried to seal in the corruption, but no good came of it.
I guess it is rotting.
If you're really going, don't let me stop you. Exploring's a wondrous thing. You never know what you might find. For instance, should a bit of armor turn up, it's likely some misplaced some years back. If you can find it, I'll be in your debt.
What can you tell me about the Tears of the Mountain?
The Drench Fort lies just beyond this barrier. It was the first thing taken by corruption. We sealed the Stonefather's tears inside, fearing what would happen if they spread.
If I do as Alia asks, you'll soon find out.
Aye, and the realm will be better for it. Whether pure as rain or black as sin, the tears will end this stalemate.
It's odd how I often find you standing.
Without the Tree of Life Horseman, I'm trapped here just like you. A fortunate few slipped out before the tree was lost, like Ulthane.
And who is Ulthane?
He's just another maker. Has a big hammer is all. When he escaped, I feared to follow. And a good thing, too.
And why is that?
Well, you might still be looking for the cauldron if not for my courage and wit.
kind of like the Katarina Knight. You do all the work and he follows. Except he's more of a butt about it. I'm sure it's a crystal in there, but we can't get it yet. Have to make it through this small mini dungeon like the other one, Trench Fort. We actually have to do this one though. Get the gate open. These are the stingers the Morden do. Oh, and this hive spawns more, I should probably kill it. Show off them rules. You only have one at the first level, you get 3 of them later, obviously. Or maybe we have 2. They help you get your raft points back, so they're worth the cost. Holds his gun like a thug. Over here is an optional dungeon. And there's a crystal. I think most of the dungeons require us to have the grapple claw. It's pretty important. It's used a lot. I don't know if that one does specifically, but we're gonna wait till we have it before we do any of the optional ones. You could very well enter it and find out that you don't have the gear. It's usually early on that they show you what you need to do with it though. So it's not too bad. Gun does piercing damage too. So it's powerful, it's probably why they gave it ammo. This teleport slash gives you damage back as health, so it's good to hit multiple guys with it. Maximize the heal. The other area was like alive. This area is a lot more taken by the corruption. That's why the guy was concerned that the water might be black. The guy, Karn. What's his name? The fjord. First time I saw that word was Divinity 2. It's a bit jank of an RPG, but underrated nonetheless. Love every game in that franchise. Seems like Original Sin 2 is the only reason it's ever gotten any popularity. I don't like that everyone calls Original Sin 2 Divinity 2 either, because they're two different games. Oh, as a level 5 stalker, I'm gonna show you how strong I've gotten since. See how I'm taking a few hits from where I would die in one. Bit of a war break there. We don't have Reaper form yet, but Death does. I think you just unlock it at like level 10 or something. You should get it in the middle of the third dungeon here. Hell yeah. This is the man who eats.
Oh, hello, Fleshling. Didn't see you there.
I was going to ask who you are, or rather what.
My name is Blackroot, and I am hungry.
For what exactly?
Only the finest stones. I have ways of attracting such morsels, but it has been centuries since any were in reach. I must wait here for my master. I will starve if someone doesn't help me.
Your people stand on the brink of destruction, and you ask me to feed you?
If it isn't too much trouble, take this. It will guide the stone to you, so you can bring it to me. Then I shall eat it with great pleasure, and I will reward you.
You eat?
I am not like other constructs. In my form, life has taken root. It must be fed, or it will consume me.
How long have you been here?
I have been gathering my strength for centuries, and my roots run deep. That is my problem.
And what about your master?
Of him I do not speak, nor do I remember. He left eons ago. Now I am trapped here.
Lure stone. I guess that's what enables us to shoot the things. So when we feed 3 of these, he gives us a permanent stat boost based on what 3 we feed him. So there were 3 different colors of stone. Red, blue, and I don't know, green probably. Primary colors. No, it's yellow. It's either green or yellow. Shallow George.
stone?
That's what we call the Stone of Construct Sentinels, to be specific. A sad thing destroying what a maker worked so hard to craft. But these days it must be done. You'll find the Construct Sentinels you need in the Lost Temple. Good luck to you.
Here's one. We're just gonna be collecting these for the rest of it and then we'll get off. We're gonna go back through this area that we've been. Shouldn't take too long. But if anyone were in the mood to tune out, this would probably be the place to do it. So you wanna spend more time with me. You'd be watching any Let's Play of this. You're watching mine, it seems you probably want to say, right? Makes me feel so good inside.
This is no place for a horse. I have to go alone. This is no place for a horse.
This is no place for a horse. There are a lot of blue ones.
I have to go alone.
Eat horse. A lot of people do that. It's like poor man's beef, right? Horse meat. Infamously served in school cafeterias. I'm not sure if they do it anymore because people are like, no, horses are nice, you don't kill them. But it was a real thing not too many years ago. By that I mean like within probably your parents' lifetime. Anyone who's in their 50s probably remember. Sage. This is the first place that we went. We found out we couldn't get him quite yet. After that, there's one more place for us to go, I think. Better beans. You haven't been here since the middle of the Zelda playthrough. You shun the door so you don't bother me. So a lot of the optional dungeons are just like half-broken platforming / puzzle segments just lying out in the world. Which again, Breath of the Wild could have benefited from. Even if they just didn't use the shrine assets, use the same puzzle out in the world, would have been nice. But some of them are actual dungeons and they have like bosses in them, bad loots, like that one at the flooded fort, whatever it was called. And we need the grapple board. Is there anything we can shoot at least? Yeah, there's one right there. Too out of the way for us. You have to be up there to shoot it, I bet. Right. At least we got the fast travel for it. I'll warp to here, I guess. I just don't want to see a loading screen as soon as I start the next one. Oh, look, got a thing. Anyways, that's it for the sesh. Gonna save. And yeah. Thanks for joining me.